From 1 to 10, how proud are you to live in this era? 10. Alright, nice to hear that. For me, I am immensely proud to have been born and to have lived until today. How can we not be proud? When we are free to worship according to our beliefs without any threats, when we can feel and take the sense of pride in our culture and ethnic identities without the fear of social case or hierarchies, and when we can sleep peacefully last night without the fear of being harmed or bombed by someone from a different race or cultures. We are 100% proud on living out this era. Unfortunately, those freedoms that I said before was very expensive and impossible from some of our brothers and sisters in Poso, Central Sulawesi, from 1998 to 2000. Because of this, they need to pay an expensive pay, like their health, their death, and their lives. As a result of this conflict, it resulted that 500 people were killed, 300 people were burned, and 7,000 public facilities and houses were destroyed. These are the causes of no tolerance in cultural diversity. Another reason we should be proud is the independence of Indonesia that we have felt for 78 years. Yeah, we all know we already got colonized by the colonizer for hundreds of years. And because of this, we need to remember the role of our heroes in guiding and uniting all the cultural diversities in Indonesia through the Youth Pledge, or in Bahasa Indonesia, we call Sumpah Pemuda. The Youth Pledge has a profound meaning, aiming to raise the awareness that all Indonesians, despite cultural diversity such as religions, languages, customs, and cultures, as well as ethnicities, we are one nation and speak one language, Indonesia. And these perspectives need to be instilled in us so that we can remember, although we are different in races, we are belong and stay in one. Ladies and gentlemen, because of this sense of pride in my heart, I want to invite all of the people in this room to aware what is the main causes of conflicts that we had mentioned earlier before. First, the Poso conflict. The reason of this conflict happened is because of the in-group and out-group bias. I want to ask the audiences in here, have you ever heard of these terms before? Well, because I hear no voice and I bet that you don't know these terms, I will tell you this. So in-group bias is a tendency to see and love people that from the group we identify with. Conversely, the out-group bias is a tendency to hate and dislike as well as belittle people from the group we don't identify with. Well, this bias is very dangerous because it can lead into the polarization. If it's done excessively, it also can lead to discriminations, favoritisms, and next, it can escalate to conflict. And when we view and apply the cultural diversities around us, we should avoid to use this kind of bias. We shouldn't see and view people from other cultures as different, the opposite, or they. Instead, we should recognize and see them as a part of our nations, as a part of our culture, and as the part of our richness in diversity. That is one thing that we need to remember. And the second reason why I want to explain about the colonization is because the lack of unity as a nation in the past. And when we can see and view the colonization, it's because it's easier for the colonizers to divide and exploit the people in Indonesia in the past because we are so easily grouped by the regionalisms and kingdoms, and it makes us easy to be exploited like that. I want to remind all of the people in this room, despite the conflict that happened in the past, we don't want that same terrible accident to happen again, right? We want to live in peace and harmony. Who wants to be killed and hurt? No one. And what is the simple thing that we can do? All the simple things that we can do is by 3 simple steps. First, we need to be aware of the main causes of the conflict itself, like in-group and out-group bias. Reducing this kind of bias in our mindset so that we can see and tolerate the diversities around us and see them as the part of us, not a part of them. Second, we also need to avoid misinformations that we found in our phone. We all know with the advancement of social media, internet, and technology, it is easier for us to be exposed by the misinformations, propaganda, and misleading contents that could divide us as a nation. And because of this, we need to be aware of this content and avoid it and be rational when making decisions regarding of this issue. And last but not least, we also need to be engaged with more people from different backgrounds. So, after we get engaged and get to know people that they are different from us, and then we know that, oh, that is their culture, we can embrace the richness